Welcome back to page 121. Today we're going to dive into Journal of the Traveler's Aid Society number 12 from Game Designers Workshop. I love the old GDW magazine. This one promises a special merchant pullout. All this for $2.50. So we're into issue number 12. Taking a look inside. Tabletop's Laser Burn. These are, I think they're 15 millimeter from Rel Partha. I don't think I have any of these. That's pretty cool though. I like the pictures. Okay, and this issue is from 1981. Yes, copyright 1981. And there's our table of contents. And we get from the management, little editorial. And then Travelers available overseas through GDW distributors in the UK and Australia. So you can get this stuff elsewhere. Look at that, worldwide. Just detected. We have Plaids, Traveler Cardboard Heroes, Set 1 from Steve Jackson Games. Magazine Different Worlds. I have one or two of those issues around here. Ares, SPI's bi-monthly game of sci-fi. Like that magazine. Space Gamer, also good magazine. Dragon, of course. Issue 58 contains a Traveler article for Trillion Credit Squadron. That's hard to say. Adventure Gaming, number 6. Short Adventure for Traveler by Mark Miller, and Alien Star, a bi-monthly magazine. So all that available in 1981. Traveler got a pretty good start in the community production end. In other words, they let other people produce their stuff, unlike D&D, which kept it very close. And I really think that helped in Traveler's popularity and helped it spread beyond just this small niche, but made it something that back in the early 80s was comparable to D&D. Traveler News Service. Our starting date is 3/02/1107, and this is all about the war. And just that little half page there. New Cardboard Heroes approved for use with Traveler from Steve Jackson Games. I remember these guys. I have a few of them. They came with some deck plans I bought from Steve Jackson during the GURPS era. The Ship's Locker, a GA-ATV, a grav-assisted all-terrain vehicle. Conventional all-terrain vehicle, the addition of gravity generator pack capable of 10 tons thrust. So you're not going to get stuck. You can just kind of lift yourself up and out of it with your grav pack there. Adventure awaits you. Join the crew of the Scotian Huntress as they journey to far worlds in trading team from Marischal Adventures. Flight of the Stag, Salvage Watch, Mission, and Fleet Watch. All approved for Traveler. This was out of Elk Grove Village, Illinois, not terribly far from me, about an hour from me. I got these on one of the Traveler miscellaneous discs from Far Future Enterprises. They're pretty good reads. The Harlequin subsector. The Solomani Rim sector of the Imperium will be published as a supplement this summer. And as a preview, we get the Harlequin subsector. So that's kind of cool. I like that. I was so new to Traveler when this issue came out. I really didn't understand how to even look at any of this stuff. It took a while. Traveler was a little intimidating, I have to admit, and I got in early. Contact, the Varushi. I always liked these aliens. They're kind of neat, big armored tanks. I have a Varushi figure. I showed it a few weeks ago. Tarkeen Down. It's an agricultural world in District 268 of the Spinward Marches. And this is an Amber Zone adventure for it. And then we have an ad for the Complete Strategist. A double ad. In Southeast Florida and North New Jersey. There's a chain of game stores. They're still around, a couple of them I'm given to understand from viewers. Continuing on, our Varushi article by J. Andrew Keith and William H. Keith Jr., of course. High Passage, feature adventure on Interdicted Planet 134-635. Number 4 available in April. I liked High Passage magazine. And then we have Judges Guild. That was from FASA. Fredonian Aerospace Administration out of Chicago, Illinois. And then we have Blaze New Trails to Adventure with Judges Guild. 50 star bases and Navigator star charts. I have both. Judges Guild out of Decatur, Illinois. Illinois is quite the hotspot for Traveler and for D&D in the early 80s. And then we have the special supplement number 1, Merchant Prince. The Imperium is held together by the bonds of trade, the exchange of goods, services, ideas, and culture. So here we go. This is how you can build up your merchant companies. Really cool. This stuff like this was gold back in the day, and they've even got it numbered as its own special supplement. So you can just bend the staples and pull this guy out and have it as its own thing. I like that. I, of course, never did it, but I do like that. I would always just leave these in the magazine and then pull them out. So here we have all the special duties for your traders, your merchants. This is a big supplement. And then we have various skills, and any skills that are discussed in other books, they list here. Highguard had a lot. Pre-enlistment options. There's your creating your traveler. Very cool. And then the end of the special supplement. I always like that. It's designed as a pull-out. Royal Hunt. Raharja is a non-industrial world famous for exotic wildlife and for the valuable mineral deposits discovered in the mountain region. So this is an Amber Zone adventure for you. You can go on a royal hunt. And then finishing out the Royal Hunt by J. Andrew Keith and William H. Keith Jr. We have now available from FASA. Ordeal by Eshar, Action Aboard, Urangand of the Seven Pillars, Legend of the Sky Raiders, FCI Consumer's Guide. And new Double Adventure, Piracy and Stardust, Adventure Class Ships, Highport Module 9, Aslan Mercenary Cruiser, and Merchant Class Ships, all from FASA. I have a good smattering of that stuff. FASA made some really, really good products in the early 80s. Lost in Space? Why not let Adventure Gaming Magazine guide you? Coming in future issues, a series of Traveler hardware, a review of Striker, Fighter Pilot of the Empire, and a Striker tabletop replay. There you go. You could subscribe right now. This is to the Adventure Gaming Magazine from Monzac Publishing in Norwood, Ohio. Casual Encounters. We have a scientist archaeologist named Dev Landral. That's kind of neat. He's looking for some stuff on the ancients. Who isn't? Another Keith Brothers article. Merchant class ships from FASA. These things are beautiful. I featured them on the channel a few years ago. If there's any interest in seeing a new version of those deck plan layouts I did about 3 or 4 years ago, leave comments below, because I wouldn't mind reviewing those a little bit again. Those were ones I did early in the channel, and I do a much better job now than I did. But we have some Striker Errata. There you go. Gen Con East 2. And this is in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. June 17th through the 20th, 1982. The official TSR-sponsored gaming event. I don't know, Gen Con East 2 special guests. E. Gary Gygax and Duke Seafried. Huh. That's interesting. I don't know anything about that. It's held in Lake Geneva. We have Imperial Marine Task Force Organization. This is an article that still sees some rewrite and more use these days as we continue to expand and look at different things than Traveler. And we continue on with the Imperial Marine Task Force Organization, and was by Lauren Wiseman. We have another ad for Complete Strategist out of Greater New York. Game publisher seeks playtesters. Send SASE, that's self-addressed stamped envelope, for those of you too young to know what a SASE is, to Charleston, West Virginia. Striking It Rich, Striker for the Traveler player. Yeah, that's kind of neat. Striker is one of those where you sit down and you play Striker, or you sit down and you play Traveler. It's hard to mix the two, but you can. You can certainly mix it in your campaign. And finishing out the Keith Brothers, they were kind of featured this issue. They were allegedly some issues that almost everything was written by them, and they would write under pseudonyms. Save our coupons for free Traveler supplements from Days of Yore out of Doylestown, Pennsylvania. We sell games. Next issue, Contact Hivers. I like the Hivers. A special expanded size Contact dealing with the Hivers. Special Amber Zone by SF writer John M. Ford. Casual Encounter, Bestiary, Ship's Locker, and more. And new for Traveler, Thieves World by Chaosium Incorporated out of Albany, California. Thieves World was interesting. This little supplement put magic in Traveler, which I just thought was kind of interesting, but not really for me. And then Universe 3, a computer-moderated correspondence game. A computer-moderated play-by-mail. You command a starship encountering a new universe. This was out of Central Texas Computing, out of Austin, Texas. Back when computers would fill an entire room and had to have special dedicated air conditioning just to keep them working. So there you have it. There's Journal of the Traveler's Aid Society number 12 from 1981. It was a fine year to be involved in gaming. I'm very happy that I started gaming when I did. I started in April of 80. I started Traveler in March of 81. And I was on hand for all this stuff, and it was just exciting. It was quite exciting to be a gamer in the 80s. 90s were a little rough. Early 2000s were very rough. But gaming has since picked up, and I'm really happy with where gaming is right now and where my game is right now. But that's all I've got to say today on page 121. This is just a special look at the Journal of Traveler's Aid Society number 12. And you're saying, what was so special about it? Well, I like doing it. But that's all I've got to say today on page 121. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Tell your friends. Leave any comments below. If you want to see some of those deck plans looked at again from FASA, please leave comments below. Otherwise, you can go look at the old ones I did. They're in the archive. Also, take a look at the Patreon, see if you can help me out there. But in the meantime, I want to thank you for your time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on page 121.